New at 5, day 4 of the trial against former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr. He is charged with second-degree murder in the death of Patrick Lyoya following a traffic stop in 2022. Lyoya died after Schurr was seen on video shooting him in the back of the head after a struggle. Prosecutors alleging excessive force and that Schurr's life was not at risk. Today, I watched closely as the defense called more than half a dozen witnesses, some suggesting Schurr reached a point of exhaustion before using deadly force.
Can it go from perhaps a no force, low level of force situation to deadly force pretty quickly?
Yes.
But if it's an imminent threat and the officer has a pistol, they're justified to use their pistol?
Yes.
Taking the stand on day 4 of the trial against former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr is current Grand Rapids police officer Jason Gaddy, focused on what unfolded in this video.
Are officers warned and trained that they may be killed or injured when they don't react or act soon enough to a threat?
Yes.
If an officer in Officer Schurr's position is in reasonable fear of serious injury or death, was there anything inappropriate about or unreasonable about the way that Officer Schurr drew and fired his pistol?
No.
Schurr facing a maximum sentence of life in prison with the possibility of parole after Lyoya died on April 4th, 2022. Here in court, officers, including Gaddy, questioned about the encounter that lasted just under 2.5 minutes.
Where are you justified to generally aim?
Generally aim, center, mass, head, any of those vital areas.
Prosecutors have argued Schurr was not in extreme danger and not justified to pull the trigger despite a struggle over a taser in the front yard of a home in southeast Grand Rapids. But training expert Lon Bartel also testifying that actual fatigue played a huge role in Schurr defending himself.
He attempted to control a very resistive subject. He utilized multiple control options such as knee strikes and punches to try to prevent this individual from getting away and then from taking his deadly, dangerous instrument from him. The individual seems unfazed by the vast majority of his force options. The changes in breathing pattern happen when he gets onto the radio, when he grabs on, the chase.
During testimony, prosecutors pushing back by pointing out Schurr was physically on top of Lyoya, suggesting he maintained some control over the struggle. A matter of debate in court.
He's not in an ideal position in any way, shape, or form. He's very easily could be swept, in other words, put on his back.
One point brought up repeatedly was the labored breathing former officer Schurr showed toward the end of the struggle. The defense attorneys calling attention to Lyoya verbally agreeing to comply but then disobeying commands. Trial continues tomorrow before closing arguments can begin. Glenda.
And what about the video? I mean, is this playing a role, a huge role in court? Or?
Yes, in fact, a critical role. Half a dozen witnesses each time almost they've referred back and forth with that video, showing it to the jury, pointing out the specifics, and that'll play a big role in how the jury reaches their decision.
Yeah, we keep seeing it as well. So, all right. Thank you, partner. Yes.